You know, the world of plant-based food is just exploding right now. It feels like every day they're reinventing everything from burgers to cheese. And today, we are diving into a really fascinating corner of this whole revolution: vegan paneer. A recent study actually put two popular alternatives head-to-head, one made from soy, the other from coconut milk, just to see which one comes out on top nutritionally.
So that really gets us to the big question of this whole explainer, right? When you're standing there looking for a plant-based paneer, which one is actually the better choice for your health? Is it soy or is it coconut milk? Well, we are about to find out.
And here they are, our two contenders. Over on the left, you've got the familiar soy-based paneer, which, is basically tofu. And on the right, we have this newer, much creamier-looking option made from coconut milk. They definitely look different, and as you're about to see, their nutritional profiles are, well, they're worlds apart.
All right, let's kick things off with what is probably the main event for a lot of people: protein. I mean, it's a huge reason why people reach for paneer in the first place, whether it's dairy or not. So, who's going to win the protein power play?
Okay, before I just show you the answer, take a quick guess. Which one do you think is packing more protein? The classic soy or that rich, creamy coconut? I'm telling you, the answer might actually surprise you.
And here it is. Wow. I mean, on paper, the coconut milk paneer is the runaway winner with a whopping 20.2 grams of protein per 100 grams. Compare that to just 12.6 for soy. Now, this is really interesting because it kind of flips the script on what we assume about plant-based proteins. But hold on, there is a super crucial detail we need to look at to really understand what's going on here.
And here is the twist. To get that coconut milk to actually form a solid paneer, the researchers had to blend it 50-50 with buffalo milk. Yep, you heard that right, dairy. So that addition didn't just help with the texture, it massively boosted the protein. So the huge takeaway here is that the winner of the protein round isn't actually vegan. It's just a powerful reminder to always read the ingredients list.
Okay, so the coconut blend took the protein round with an asterisk. But what about all those important micronutrients? Let's move on to the mineral matrix. And in this round, believe me, the story has a completely different hero.
So here's the raw data for 4 key minerals. Now, you can see that the coconut blend is higher in phosphorus, but I want you to pay close attention to the other 3 columns. A new champion is about to step into the ring.
And this chart really shows you the comeback. When we focus in on iron, soy paneer is the undisputed winner. It is packing 73% more iron than the coconut version. It also has a slight edge in calcium, which, as we all know, is just vital for bone health.
Let's just put that into perspective for a second. The soy paneer had nearly 5 times more magnesium, and again, 73% more iron. So if micronutrients are what you're really after, soy is definitely making a very, very strong case for itself.
All right, so we've covered protein and we've covered minerals. Now let's look at a few of the final factors that go beyond just the macros. We're talking fiber, fat, and of course, taste.
Okay, here's a totally unique advantage for soy. It has 4.2 grams of dietary fiber. The coconut blend and traditional dairy paneer, they have 0. None. That is a pretty significant bonus for your gut health that only the truly plant-based option is bringing to the table.
Now let's look at fat content, because here's another pretty dramatic difference. The coconut blend paneer has almost 3 times the fat of the soy version. Now, depending on what your goals are, maybe you're on a keto diet or maybe you're watching calories, this could be a major deciding factor for you.
So we know how they stack up on paper, but how do they actually taste? Well, to figure that out, researchers did something called a sensory evaluation. It's basically a scientific method where a panel of tasters scores the food on everything from its flavor and texture to its overall appeal.
And the winner of the all-important taste test is the coconut blend. According to the study, it scored higher across the board for its color, its flavor, and its texture. It really seems like that higher fat content, helped along by the dairy, of course, paid off in creating a product people just liked more.
So, after all that, who's the winner? Well, the truth is, it really depends entirely on what you're looking for. There isn't one single best option here. So, let's break it all down so you can choose your own champion.
All right, here's the final breakdown. You should choose soy paneer if you want a truly vegan option that's loaded with minerals like iron, gives you a nice dose of dietary fiber, and is lower in fat. But if your #1 goal is just maximizing your protein intake and you're cool with the added dairy, then the taste test winning coconut blend is probably the choice for you.
And that pretty much wraps it up. This whole showdown just goes to show how food science is creating all these new choices, and each one comes with its own unique set of trade-offs. It really leaves us with a fascinating question to chew on. As this innovation keeps rolling, what classic food is going to get a radical, plant-based reinvention next? Thanks for diving in with us.